Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we reached the central pit in the Ether Mines where the Mechon are keeping the Homs of Colony 6. This time, we'll be heading down deeper into the pit in hopes of finding any sign of Juju, Atharon, or Gadolt. Starting off, we can go down to Central Pit Level 3 by, well, not really riding that lift so much as platforming down to it. You can ride it if you feel like it, but why would you want to do that when you can do things much more exciting? I mean, you know, stepping onto lifts and riding them, that's for normal RPGs. Okay, no, I'm not gonna get into that at all. No, I'm not gonna, like, pit this game against other ones or compare it to something it's not. If you go over this way, you can get yourself some ether crystals, and I gotta say, those Mechon, their line of sight and just how they are positioned, whoever put them there that is terrible placement. I mean, why would you be walking over there in front of a cliff with enemies right there? These ones are just staring at a wall, quite frankly. Just like, whoever placed these Mechon here and gave them these orders is doing a terrible job. Ooh, a black chip. I think that's actually the last Collectopedia item. I didn't know. Wait a minute. Well, crap. Looks like I'm on the run now. As soon as I said that they were really stupidly placed Mechon, they noticed me. Looks like I lost them. We're back onto the lift, riding away from those ether crystals into the sunset, even though there's no sun visible here at all whatsoever. So, once you get over here, this lift will take you up another level. So now we're back onto level 1, I suppose. I guess that was level 2 that we started riding it on, or at least jumped down from. I'm not really sure. But what I do know is that is a long drop down there. Best feeling of all is when you just barely catch a lift before it leaves, you know, just like in real life when you're riding an elevator. But the worst feeling of all is when you just barely don't make it in time. You think that you can totally jump it, but because it's moving away from you, it extends the distance you have to fall, and you just instantly die. Usually if it's moving towards you, though, you can get on it no problem at all. I just love riding around on these lifts. Again, I just love how much platforming adds to things. So we got an item orb right there, though, but more importantly, there are quite a few item orbs and even more ether crystal deposits off this way. Like I said, this area is just crawling with ether crystals. If you want to make more gems, this is your place, man. Like, they are everywhere. And even though you might have to fight some Mechon to get a few of them, I am making note of them just because it's insane just how many ether crystals they're falling as. I mean, like, think about how many deposits there were over on Bionis Lake. It was nowhere near as many as right here. And, really? Wait, hang on a minute. Are they not? Ah! Okay. When you are much higher leveled than an enemy, they will stop challenging you to battles if the difference in level between them and the party leader is too great. It's determined on that, though, so maybe if I was playing as Charlotte, that wouldn't be the case. But apparently, these level 20 and 17 enemies just don't see it as worth it to battle me. The thing is, you can tell that whenever their portrait is black specifically. Blue means it's going to be easy, yellow means it's going to be challenging, and red means it's going to be really hard, like I've said before, but I just kind of wish it didn't happen with Mechon specifically, as they're meant to be our enemy, and I think that they would attack us under any circumstance. Plus, with us being really strong, you think they'd want to fight us twice as hard and gang up on us, but oh well. And as we take this lift down, speaking of being stronger than the enemies, quests. Have you noticed that the Ether Mine has absolutely 0 of them? It's one of very few areas that has none whatsoever. Not now, not later. None. Which is good, because I feel like after the number of quests on Bionis Leg, we could have used a little bit of a break from them. But in talking about quests, as well as being stronger than the enemies, this brings me to a concern that some of you have voiced with this Let's Play that I want to talk about for a moment, because it's been on my mind as well. Some of you have been worried that because I'm showing everything and I'm going for 100% specifically, that I'm going to be significantly over-leveled for the boss fights and none of them are going to be a challenge for me whatsoever. And I'm here to say that I had that exact same concern a long time ago. Like I said, this Let's Play took a very long time to plan out, and right when I was beginning to plan it out, I knew that was something I was going to have to work around, because I wanted the boss fights to be a lot more realistic. You know, I wanted them to be at least somewhat of a challenge for me. Granted, I do think it's good to be at least a level or 2 higher than the bosses in some situations so the fights don't drag on forever. But, you know, just be low enough level to the point where it's still a challenge to some degree. And my plan was to space apart the quests just enough so that I'd be showing them all in an order that made sense, and at the same time, I would not be much stronger than the enemies, if at all stronger than the enemies. And so far, I think I've done a pretty good job of that. I mean, granted, these Mechon are kind of low-leveled even if you haven't been doing quests in this area, because, you know, we're still pretty early on. But in terms of bosses, I was the same level as the Mechon M71 back on Bionis Leg, and I thought that was pretty good. So everything about this was specifically thought out so that that would be the case. However, I will say that there is an exception to that. Timed quests. They expire if you get too far into the story. there are going to be a few times where we're going to have so many quests expiring all at once, and because I want to show everything, I'm going to be a little bit overleveled for a couple of boss fights. It was unavoidable no matter which angle I looked at it from or however many people I asked for input on it. So it will happen sometimes, just bear with me when it does, but it's not going to be a common thing at all. In fact, my levels right now are exactly what I would have wanted them to be for this point in the adventure, so from my perspective, I think it's working out great the way the levels are progressing. But that's just me. Let's board this personnel lift number 3, and looks like Charlotte got a level up. She also learned a new skill. Apparently that skill does not allow her to board elevators in time. She was still too slow to get in here. Sorry guys, I know my quick step gem is a little bit too fast, but sorry, Charlotte learning a new skill. Now that we're on the ground, how about we get out of this elevator and we check that? And, about skills. Thing is, I have been wrong about how skill links work for quite a while. I'm glad I'm getting to correct this sooner than later. Charlotte learned long range, which extends the range of her long distance arts. Really helpful. Now, thing is, this is a diamond-shaped skill, and last time I complained that I couldn't link a diamond-shaped skill because no one had one. You cannot link diamond-shaped skills, and for that matter, linking a skill does not mean equipping it. For whatever reason, I always thought that you had to link a skill to have it equipped, but I guess I just misunderstood it from the tutorials or whatever and just thought that through all my playthroughs. What linking a skill does is make it so that the other character can use that skill as well when you are in a battle together. So if I were to give the skill to another character, hypothetically, it would make their ranged arts have a longer range, but because of the diamond skill, they can't do that. It's exclusive only to Charla. Now that we got that out of the way, onto your regularly scheduled ether mine lowering. Switch Charla over to physical defense on her skill tree there, so there we go. We gotta ride these... Wait a minute. Oh, man! Look at her go. Okay, she came back up. That was still really bad, though. Just, like, whenever it comes to riding any kind of moving object, they really aren't the best AI, like I've said before. Alright, so I don't really know if you call this a piston or whatever, though, but you're going to be riding it. Let's hop off, and... Got an item orb, but as soon as you get off, a giant claw comes down, and it spits a mechon out of its palm. You will need to defeat this mechon to advance. I don't know why they couldn't have just put a barrier here, but this is way more exciting, so what am I complaining about? This mechon, M84, is level 24, so it is at least on par with us. So even if I was higher leveled, it would still, well, I don't know, actually. What I'm trying to say is that it would challenge us to a battle even if this wasn't required, so that's good at least. So this does kind of drive my point home a little bit that I'm doing all I can to not be overpowered, but still be a little bit stronger than the enemy so the fights don't go on forever. All right, let's get break. No, it doesn't get inflicted no matter which art I use. Okay. I guess it is kind of a bigger mechon, so that does make sense, but still, it... Oh! Ow! Cylinder hand. Ugh. Well, that was really, really nasty looking. Can I get good aggro's off of me? Can we get a chain attack going, maybe? That'd be really nice right about now. Yes! Why not? We'll go for a topple, because during a chain attack, it can be inflicted with break even though it resists it.
I know!
I know!
Charla!
My turn!
Charla, not the best for chains. This would have hurt it even if it wasn't toppled, but we can use it anyway. Okay.
We're not finished yet.
Leave it to me!
Why not?
Take this! Not bad!
Just didn't want to waste my Monado art. It's pretty much done as far as I'm concerned. There we go. As soon as you defeat it, that arm gets lifted off. It's really strange that they're controlling something made by the Homs, but then again, I guess they've grasped the concept of ether mines and are mining crystals for themselves as well, as we saw last time. I love when it becomes daytime when you're underground and you get that light bloom effect, even though there's no visible sun anywhere. I don't know, it just kind of amuses me. There they are, right on cue. And sorry about the cut there, I just had to wait for this big, giant, rotatey thing to come around again so I could ride it off, and it was taking a while. But we are riding up to yet another area, just like the last one. We got a bit of a doorway ahead of us, and let's hop off. Another arm comes down. Let's destroy these two mechon. Oh, worst feeling ever is when you are toppled and you get a vision like that, and you can't really do much about it. Let's get a Monado arc going. Let's pull up a shield. And no matter who it's targeting, there we go. Just barely did it in time. And right as soon as the vision tag disappeared, I got it right then and there. After defeating those mechon, this area opens up. That giant claw-like thing was actually blocking it before, so you can't just rush past the mechon and get in here. No, you have to actually defeat them. So this will take us down even lower, closer to where we need to be. Hopefully we can find any sign of Mysterious Face as well as Juju. I can't jump down there, that's really... Okay, I can jump down there. Oh, I thought for a second there I was gonna jump down into the staircase. That would've been... Wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, 3 item orbs right here. I didn't actually know that was there. Always discovering new things. It really says something when you can play a game for literal years and still discover new things about it. But as we get to the end of this cave, we have another lift. And this one is bound for the bottom of the central pit. Let's go for it.
No. They're gone. So whose blood is... Oh no.
Ah, here at last! I've been getting hungry!
Shulk! Isn't that?
It's him, all right. He's the one who took Juju.
Juju and the others. Tell me where they are!
You want the brat? Well, he's right here!
Juju!
He's still alive, but don't think he will be for long. As for the others, well, I just couldn't help myself. I ate them all up! Welcome to our banquet hall. Tonight, the main course will be you. And if I've still got room, the brat will make a tasty dessert.
Murderer!
I'm Zord, your host tonight.
Zord. So you have a name?
That's what they all say. Can't say that I remember it myself.
What's he talking about?
Oh, yes. It's good to see fresh meat on the table. These colony folk just didn't fill me up.
Gadolt. The others.
Come on, boys! Dinner's ready!
I swear I won't stop until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
Get behind me!
Right, Shala. We are armed. And we won't just stand here, waiting to be eaten.
Monardo, do you think that thing can dent me?
How about this?
I'm not metal face. You'll have to try harder!
It's the same as before. The Monardo's useless against this guy.
Inflict break during a chain attack. Just like before, faced Mechon can only be harmed when they're toppled and they resist break unless you're in the middle of a chain attack. Starting off against Zord, he is just as strong as he was on Bionis Leg. He has a new attack though, Call Minions. After he has summoned them, target them and make sure everyone is focusing their efforts. Remember your tactics with ZR. You might as well not have them wasting their arts on Zord because they cannot harm him at all. Now, I have a mostly built up party gauge already. That is because I built that up in the last fight and I didn't take too long to get down here. Really nice. This will only work if you stay within the same area, so you cannot skip travel to Bionis Leg, build up the party gauge and easy enemies, and come back here. It does not work like that. The energy will not remain in the gauge. We got a chain attack going. Let's target Zord, and let me get myself in position. He's up against a wall. I can't do backslash. Let's do this. On his side, so I'm going to inflict break using air slash. And here it comes. The topple. And no! Charlotte didn't participate in that because she was cooling down her rifle right as soon as I activated the chain attack. So as soon as he gets up from this, it's already done. Because I missed the timing, I didn't get off an attack. Oh, that was atrocious. Had an edge at first and I wasted it. Had that chain attack gauge built up all that way and... Oh! Ow, that was bad. Thankfully, Charlotte healed me immediately. I was down to like 200 HP there. And yeah, because you can't hurt him unless you're in a chain attack, this is what happens. Anyway, besides him being invincible except under really specific circumstances, another thing that's really annoying is that every time you hit him for 1 damage, he always goes, "Feels like a fly bit me," to taunt you. And while I don't find Zord's voice annoying like some people do, his taunting, yeah, oh no. Oh! I didn't even get a vision for that. He just killed Charlotte out of nowhere. What I was going to say is that his voice, I don't find annoying. His taunting, yeah, pretty annoying. The fact that he killed Charlotte without even a vision, yeah, especially so. Got him toppled. Let's make the most of this, lower his physical defense, and I really need to daze him to keep him down so that I can do as much damage as possible. And, oh, backslash just recharged. Let's get behind him and let's go in for the backslash.
No! We'll never get to Juju at this rate. I've got to think of something. Huh?
Where did you come from?
You feeling hungry, huh? Chew on this, scrap for brains. Boy, now's your chance. Save Juju.
Atharon! Don't do it!
Hurry up!
At this rate, even if we save Juju, Atharon's gonna be...
You see a vision you don't like? We'll change the future together. Got it?
Change. The future. Yes. That's it. Right! You grab Juju!
Shulk! What are you doing?
Oh man, you think you can stop me?
No, I don't. But I can do this. Let's see if that mechon body of yours can withstand an ether river!
Juju! Wake up!
Shala, leave the rest to us. Hang in there, you old fool!
Fall, you damn machine!
Atharon!
Hold on!
Shulk!
What a shot!
Boy,
We can change our destinies. Atharon, you won't die here. Not today.
You cannot defeat me!
Get out of there! Quick! It's giving way!
He's gonna...
it won't be long now, my friends. But not before. Gado! This is for you. This is for the people of Colony 6.
But this isn't supposed to happen. Atharon!
Gado, I'll see you before long.
That was close. You want to hurry up? My arm's about ready to drop off.
Thank you.
Save the thanks for Shulk and his vision. As soon as I saw an Ether River, I knew this had to be the place.